Damn,
So
I can't. I honestly, I can't agree with you changing anything based on how your tank looks.
yeah,
I think you'd be off your fucking tits to change something, considering how good it looks.
I got to do something with the Tasia. So there's an area of Aptasia I can't get to, and the laser's not working so well. It just never really kills them, and they just seem to come back stronger. So I can't get to them with any calc or any.
How far is your hand from the Aptasia holding the laser?
Well, the problem is the Aptasia is all down low, but below massive corals, so it doesn't feed on a lot of light. So they're basically transparent.
Yeah,
So I can't. They have no color. So the laser just shoots right through them.
that's bonkers. I would say mine works up into about 10, 12 inches, and then you're struggling. You're struggling. Anything within that 10 inches though, fried.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely
these are
fried.
these are 4 inches away and 5 inches away, and the laser just goes right through them.
What's behind the Aptasia?
Well, it's just rock.
That's all right
It's
then.
just rock. Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Plenty of gym
Um,
signatures.
I don't know. I mean, it's crevices, like it's rock crevices, so you can't see them in them. But yeah, it doesn't. It's not working. I have to stand there for like 5 minutes, just trying to get like one tentacle to start like sparking or start like um
That's no
you
use.
can no. So I don't know.
Are they causing trouble, the Aptasia?
Well, they're just getting big. Um, so I don't I'm gonna maybe try and buy say a half dozen Burgay nudibranchs and see if they'll eat them. But I got to put them in at night and hope my big wrasse doesn't eat those. So
Yeah. Yeah, my best result for Aptasia to date has been laser and copper bands. But it's just your luck what quality of copper bands you get. The last few I've had for years. I bought three. When was I got those fish about a month ago? All three
yeah,
within a week, dead.
wait, all the ones you just got
All three. Yep.
dead? Did
All
none of
dead.
them made it?
Nope.
Oh, that sucks.
Two of them didn't eat, and I just couldn't get them to eat. And I've made a little pipe that I've drilled holes in and put caps in. Then you just put a cube in, put the end on, throw it in the tank, and they feed like mad on it. Two of them wouldn't eat a thing, and the one that did eat lasted maybe 2 weeks. And I found him stuck to my MP40 one morning.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it sucks for the fish, you know. I just need to try and find. I can't remember who it was. I got a batch of three that lasted years from one guy, and clearly wherever he's getting them, they're just really good quality fish. These fish looked amazing, but yeah, two of them just would not eat anything. I tried everything.
My local fish store had one. The one that has so I have two local fish stores. The one that's shitty, and then the one that his fish usually do well. And he had one when I got that little mandarin, and I thought about because we did a swap for some frog spawn, and I thought about not getting some of the stuff I was getting and talking to him about swapping for that copper band, but I didn't want to risk. I didn't want to risk any disease going into my display, so I didn't do it. And I knew the little mandarin was going to go in there. I barely do fucking shit tank, so I wasn't worried. I'm not worried about any disease in that tank. And I got two clownfish in there, that's it. So
Yeah, have you
so
got a
that's why I
snake
went.
in that tank?
No, that
Oh,
tank does not have any aptasia.
I was about to
Zero.
say, get that copper band, throw it in there.
No, it doesn't have any. It's got Dr. B red worms, but that's it.
Dr. B red ones. So the whole point of this conversation was to talk about salt and water changes, and we've already gone through roller filters, Aptasia, and copper bands. Oh, by the way, tangent. I was rewatching A Reef Bum with Dong Zhu this morning.
The most recent one?
Yep. Because it was on in the background while I was working a couple of weeks ago when he put it on YouTube, and I missed so much. So I was re-listening to it this morning when I was cleaning my frag system, and he was going on about LED lights and supporting American manufacturers, and I think he actually said, "Don't quote me on this, stay away from the kind of Chinese ones." So he was basically saying, stick with your Radians, Reefys, etc. And then he kind of changed the subject. So I don't know how. I don't know what his point was.
But he's Chinese, isn't he?
I'm not entirely sure what his race is, but
I think he is. I think I heard. An introduction I heard on Reef Bum. One of the earlier episodes was he's from China. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's interesting. Why he would say to stay away from the Chinese boxes.
Yeah, it's one of the first things he's ever said that I've found a little bit. I wonder why.
I mean, Zach, you recommended those strips, or like Orphic like strips, I think, and I was really interested in them, but I didn't go get any yet. Those and black boxes like Vipars, which I use, are probably what I would go for, but I probably wouldn't go for like a remake, a Chinese remake of a Sky or a Chinese remake of a Radeon or any of that. So, because they do have those out there, right? They have the Radeon, knockoffs. And
yeah, it's Express A8.
yeah. So I'd stay away from those, but black box, really?
Yeah, I don't know what I think he was trying to go down more of a support American businesses route than they're not good lights. Anyway, that was the tangent. That's the thing I heard this morning. I was like, sure about that.
I haven't listened to that one. Like, I really like Gong, and he's like contagious with his laugh and his giggle because he seems like such a nice person. I haven't seen that one yet though. I'll have to watch it.
He's quite like your way of doing things, the I don't do fucking shit attitude. He's like, nah, don't do it. Don't bother. It's fine. You don't need that.
I've kind of thought about a little of that with my Aptasia, because I should probably put a cover on my overflow, because it's full of, it's almost like a behind the scenes Nakatomi. If you look in the overflow box, it's all Aptasia and fucking
marine lasagna,
bubble algae everywhere. So I thought about covering it up, but I mean, that shit's filtering. I mean, it's only in that spot. So
your recipe is working, Jim. You've got one of the nicest tanks I've ever seen. So yeah, keep the fuckery to a minimum.
Pretty much, don't do much.
So salt.
You got two salts here. I don't know what I can't remember. Chris used a different salt, right?
I use Reef Crystals.
Oh shit, Ron, you're 3-1.
Fuck.
It's just because it's the cheapest.
Same with me.
Yeah,
but it's working for y'all, right? It's absolutely working for y'all. It gets a bit of a bad rap here. Not gonna lie, people rip into it a wee bit, but it's not as readily available as it is to you guys over here. And I have no idea.
Yeah.
Red Sea seems to be Red Sea and Salinity, because Salinity you can't buy online and you can only buy it in brick and mortar stores. That does okay here as well, but yeah, Red Sea seems to pretty much be the winner. You're either black or blue.
Yeah. Do you guys get everything there? You could get Reef Crystals if you wanted.
Yeah. It's around, but just nobody really At the end of the day, it's if you're starting a tank and you walk into a shop and you're like, right, I want Nemo, and you walk out with a 100-liter tank and a bucket of salt, it's down to the LFS who says this is the salt you should have. That's all it is. It's down to whatever they're stocking is what they're going to sell. And if it's working for you, you're not going to change.
So, well, you're going to change if you get into it and you want to save money, I would think. So
if you start caring about alkalinity consumption and things like that, if it's fish only, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah. So my wonder over there is what is the cheapest? Like, do they, like, maybe reef crystals cost a little more for you than it does here because of maybe an import thing? Is there in Scotland the cheapest salt? Like, reef crystals is the cheapest salt. If you hear people here using reef crystals, it's because it's the cheapest salt and it worked for them and they just stuck with it.
Right. So just to be clear, when you say reef crystals, do you mean, because there's two versions of, so you've got instant ocean and then you've got instant ocean reef crystals. So over there,
Yes.
Is instant ocean reef crystals the cheapest?
Instant ocean is the cheapest, but reef crystals is a little bit more, but it's still cheaper than any reef salt.
Okay. So what is the difference between the two of them?
Higher alk.
Higher.
Yeah. It's a little more geared towards reef, where instant ocean is more fish only kind of.
Yeah. So if I go on to, I won't say any names, our probably biggest website we have here, which is based down in England. So your first two salts are Red Sea, Black Bucket.
Still Great Britain, right?
I see that.
Great Britain.
Ron. Yeah, I see that.
Wait, what are you saying, Zach?
I see that. Well, I'm on the same site.
Okay.
Same description. It's Black Bucket and Blue Bucket. And then you have the H2O Pro.
That's it. And then Aqua Vitro, which is your salinity. So
the friends.
So if you actually have a look how far Instant Ocean is down that list.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if they even have.
I've never even seen it in that container.
Yeah, it looks ancient, doesn't it?
Yeah, those containers are very odd.
Yeah.
Let me see.
They're all
share
out of
screen.
stock. They're all out of stock.
Here.
Right? None in stock. Right? You want me to share screen?
Yeah, let's see what that. Or put a picture right up here for us later.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and smush that like button, everybody, and tweak your nipples and pull your pants down. Whatever floats your boat. Right, so Instant Ocean is sold out everywhere. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's very odd packaging. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, £52 for a bucket. Red Sea Blue Bucket.
52 pounds. That's a huge fucking bucket.
52. Red Sea Blue Bucket is $74.99. No wonder nobody has reef tanks here anymore.
Ours have gone up. Chewy used to have great deals on reef crystals, and it's gone up to the point where I've thought about changing because it's kind of in line with Fritz now.
So was Fritz? Hold on, Fritz was a more expensive. That's made in America, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I've read a lot of people having issues with Fritz, though. That's the only reason I haven't switched.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think you hear that about all the salts. Like, I've heard people say, is it Jeff B? Jeff B said he had issues with reef crystals, I think.
Mr.
They got a bad batch.
That was low in potassium, right?
Yeah. So I think it can happen with any of them.
Yeah.
And if you're in that wave, you tell that salt to fuck off and you move on.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're like, yeah, it happens. Once it happens to you, you're like, fuck that salt.
I have to admit, I jumped on the BRS train and got involved in the Tropic Marine Pro Reef Salt, and I have to admit, It was incredible. It's the cleanest salt I've ever seen. In fact, bizarrely clean. And who wants to clean out? And by clean out, I mean citric acid and scrub their saltwater mixing tubs. It's a pain in the hole, especially if they're baffled. I've got an 800 litre tank through this wall. It's baffled. It's an absolute pain in the arse to clean. And Red Sea Blue Bucket is definitely a little bit dirtier. But Tropic Marin Pro Reef was incredible until
yeah,
that one disaster.
Reef Crystals is kind of dirty, but I don't clean my buckets.
So what level of dirty? Do you mean sediment in the bottom or a growth all over the container uniformly?
It ends up having like a film at like a film of some shit at the top. I don't know what it is. And then it kind of, the buckets get kind of dirty.
I think it definitely makes a difference how much light your mixing container gets. So for example, my 800 litre tank is opaque, so there's light gets through it. Whereas when I was doing it in Brutes, it was nowhere near as bad because it's just a solid pitch black.
Yeah, mine's sealed. It's not sealed, but it's got a top on it, a couple holes just for some pipes to come out it. So it's not 100% sealed, but it's not getting light in there. But I know Reef Crystals is one of the dirtier mixing salts, and I don't clean the bucket. I don't fucking care. As long as my pumps are still working.
Dirt is? What is the dirt?
I also don't worry about it so much because I never really get to the bottom. Like my water level never comes all the way down to my pump. So whatever is on the top is just a little film. It never really gets pushed into my display.
I know the exact film you're talking about because Red Sea Blue Bucket does it. And the only reason why I know it does it because you can't see it to the naked eye. But when I dip my Hana salinity pen in to check the salinity and I pull it out, the skin sticks to the pure white.
Yeah, like an orangey skim. Like
just a very slight off color, and it is only on the very, very surface of the water. I like you.
So we're all a bunch of reefing fucking idiots here. So we don't have any experts, right? Like, yeah, we got reef tanks, but we're not like, the experts in the industry. So we don't have a fucking clue. Like Todd would probably tell us instantly what that fucking film is, or even Scotty would know, like the breakdown of the chemicals in the fucking film.
I think mine is left over from noodles.
I know I was watching a video about sorry.
No, go on.
I was watching a video about mixing kalkwasser, and they were saying that the film you get on top of the kalkwasser, which is kind of similar to when you mix new salt, I feel like they say that's a lot of carbonates that are binding on the surface. So that could maybe be it. I'm not entirely sure. But I know with my kalkwasser container, that little film you get on the top once it's exposed to air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be what it is. I'm not entirely sure though.
So have any of you ever had any major issues with Reef Crystals? I mean, obviously you're all still using it. So I'm assuming the answer is no.
Well, so whenever I first started up the system, back in October last year, I had an alk of 12, calcium of 500, and I think it was a magnesium of 1500
in the salt.
So it was fresh salt mix. So super buffered. And it's nothing died, nothing was shocked from it. I mean, everything was a little stressed out from it for a minute, but pretty much my tank was wet for days to maybe a week. I had corals in it. And everything's fine. Everything was fine. It's just one of those things. It's I think you have to understand, whenever you use it, it is buffered pretty high. And so whenever you're making changes, don't do a 50% or 75% thing and expect nothing to happen. Expect a little pissiness to happen. But
I think
no,
if you're
I don't know.
I've
been using it for a decade.
If you're going to go that big water changes, you should probably get a downer or something and try and match your alk.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that is the cheapest salt you can buy, but it sounds like everything's quite elevated? So is that not quite good value for money?
100%. That's my belief.
That was one
Yeah.
thing when I was looking at other salts that I didn't really like is everything else I feel like is very suppressed compared to reef crystals. And I know like we were talking, I run my alk a little high anyways. So I didn't want to have to buy a salt, then readjust it out the gate to what my tank's already at. That was the other reason I kind of just stuck with reef crystals because I already run that 9.6, close to 10 DKH. And then like 450, almost 500 calcium, you know? So I didn't want to have to buy a salt and then readjust every time doing a water change.
That's one of the reasons why I moved from Tropic Marine Pro Reef, other than the slight issue I had with it, is that the ALK's 7.
Yeah.
So it was just costing me in additives.
Yeah. That I know when I started my tank, because I started so slowly. I used Instant Ocean to start because I wasn't worried about anything. I just needed salt in the tank to get the tank running. And then somewhere along the lines, I don't really remember when, I shifted to reef crystals to get a little better salt for corals. But that's the only change. You know, the one thing that I find is interesting is everybody, you know, like Todd, like the experts say, mix your salt. Well, maybe not all the experts, but Todd recommends mix your salt right before you're going to do your water change because you don't want to let it sit because it could, I don't know what the term he uses is.
Precipitate?
Yeah, precipitate. But I don't get it. Like I mix my salt. I do a water change, 10% water change every weekend. And after I do my 10% water change, I dump 20 gallons from my RO reservoir into my salt mix, dump 10 cups, 10 cups, which I don't, maybe like equivalent of 30 waters of reef crystals into my mix. And then
Dude, don't put that
I-
in your tank.
I put it in my tank. And then I just, I turn on the heater and I turn on my pump, my circulation pump, and I let it mix up for a week.
What kind of math
And
do you do?
Scottish. So then I mix it up, and how is that water that's got a heater, it's at 78 degrees, it's got a mixing pump, it's got a cover on it, it's almost sealed. How does that precipitate when it's no different than the water in my reef tank? I don't understand.
That's a really good it's a really good question. I mean, you are talking about Todd from Champion Lighting and Supply.
Yeah, I'm talking about Champion Lighting and Supply, the best distributor out there.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it precipitates. Like, what's going on in my reef tank that it doesn't precipitate? I don't know.
Is it because there's nothing consuming it in your saltwater bucket and, you know, all of those animals and critters and things are consuming it in your reef tank?
I don't know.
If you had a fish only, no coralline algae. Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I'm not a biologist.
Fucking with my brain, Jim.
So what's the difference? I got it sitting and I don't ever have any issues.
Well, if anyone has the answer, you can post it in the comments below. Just comments are never above, are they? Let's make a change yet. Our comments will be above. Do a handstand while you're watching YouTube. Yeah, so
I don't know.
One thing I was thinking about doing to save a little bit of money was, so not saving money by buying a cheaper salt, but changing from blue bucket to black bucket, which has much higher elevated alk. But because I'm doing really slow automatic water changes every night, it might mean I can cut down on alk, magnesium, and calcium dosing.
Because blue bucket versus black bucket, the one has got more elements, higher alk, higher.
Yeah, black
And
bucket.
you use
And it's the same price.
You use the one that's got less
Yes.
now?
Yeah, because it roughly.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
If I was
to.
to do a direct water change of 200 litres, for example, right now, the parameters would be almost exactly the same as what's in my tank. So what I'm saying about the black bucket is if I'm doing really slow 15, 20 litres a night water changes, but with highly elevated elements, it might save me money from dosing the foundation A, B, and C.
My only concern would be if you had an emergency.
The only thing I've read is that if I go black bucket and I have it pre-mixed next door, unheated though, I might get precipitation. And you're not supposed to leave it mixed for long, apparently, the black bucket. I may be getting that wrong.
So I mean, you leave your salt doing automatic water changes, you're leaving salt for a week or two
Oh,
mixed.
at least. I mean, that 800
So what's the
liters
difference?
would do me a month.
So what would an expert recommend for someone who's doing automatic water changes to prevent precipitation, like seal the bucket? I don't know.
I mean, it's vented, but it's pretty sealed. And there's 3 pumps
So-
in there moving the salt every, I think they switch on automatically 3 or 4 times a day for like 10 minutes, just keeping it completely mixed. Obviously that's creating a wee bit of heat, I suppose. But it's in a stone cold, unheated room.
And you don't heat your salt mix.
Nope.
So it's at like 17 degrees Celsius.
Something like that, maybe even less. We need an expert, don't we?
We need it. We're just a bunch of idiots here. We need fucking expert on the panel. Where the fuck did Scotty go?
Reef tool.
He should have been here with us.
Scotty's in the land.
This isn't going to work without Scotty. We need a fucking expert on the panel that we can turn to.
Well, Mike B said he was
Just-
going to join us, but he's. I think he's maybe actually at work. People have lives. I mean, Scotty's too busy getting his Christmas pajamas on.
How did that? What the fuck? Who found that? How did Todd get that picture?
You tell me.
Did he get a Christmas card that we didn't get? Scotty sent Todd a Christmas card and not us?
Champion Lighting and Supply maybe did get a Christmas card from Australia.
That fucker.
Yeah, where's our Christmas card?
Yeah, where's our Christmas? We're not Christmassy enough.
So, can I just double check? You guys all do manual water changes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And how much are you doing each water change? And are you heating?
Yes. 25 gallons every 2 weeks.
Percentage.
Something like 20, probably 20 to like 23%. So I approximately have 110 gallons. So 25 into that, it's like 22% or something.
And you couldn't get
Sure.
it without heating?
So I do heat it. So what I do is run the water, put the salt in, mixing it with the pump. Whenever I get it to the salinity I need it, 35 ppt. I then start to heat it. And I don't let it sit long. Usually I try to use it within 2 days. And it's reef crystals. So that way I have kept it minimized on the sediment that we have talked about. And I can show you in the bucket, I've had my saltwater system mixing system running for 6 months maybe or more. And the sediment is only on the bottom like 2 to 3 inches of the tank where the pump sits, and it doesn't drain all the way because the way the bottom of the brute is and the bulkhead, it sits, you know how there's a bit of a lip. That lip where that is, so there's always residual water that sits down there. That's where the sediment is. For the most part, it's not bad, for me at least. But that's my my mixing practice.
What do reef crystals suggest mixing? Do they suggest not heating? Do they suggest heating after mixing? I mean, most buckets
It's
do
actually kind of
exist.
vague.
Like,
It's kind of vague on the instructions, to be honest. At least I've found it vague. Maybe it's changed. I don't pay attention. I don't look at it anymore. I've just done it this way.
Yeah, Reef Crystals
Um,
just says the mix and then add.
and that's the fucked up thing is it says it mixes and it tells you like a half cup per gallon. That gives you a 1022, I think it is.
Oh, I get 1025 with the half cup per gallon.
Really? Huh.
If
I
not
gotta
like
go.
2.4.
I've got to go. So my water change regimen is 20 gallons, and then when I add 20 gallons back to my salt mixer, I have to go 11 cups to get it to 1.0255.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more than a half a cup per gallon or
Yeah.
per water.
Yep.
So
did you say you had to go, Jim?
no,
I thought you said I have to go.
That's
a
what I
little
heard too.
more. No,
I
my
think he
bad.
was saying he has to add a little bit more.
I have to add a little more.
All I heard was I've got to go. So here's what I do. I'm
I
off.
heard that too.
I have to go a little higher.
Go
with
there.
mine.
Got you. Got you. Okay,
So-
so hold on. Are you telling me that between you and Chris, Jim, you're getting a different salinity? How you're mixing your what?
You should see how accurately I measure though. I mean, I just fucking scoop an overflowing cup and throw it in there. I don't fucking care.
It could also come down. Sorry, I was gonna say it could also come down to the sheer amounts you guys are mixing. I mix a 5-gallon bucket every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if like in a 5-gallon bucket, let's say you're missing slightly a little bit, but you're doing way more, you know, it adds up over time. It compounds. Where like me,
Yeah.
you know, there's only so much you can mess up with 5 scoops.
Yeah, and I don't really care. Like if I get to my salt mix and it's at 1.0245 or 1.0265, I fucking send it. I don't care. It's close enough. I'm doing a 10% water change. I'm not changing shit in my tank all that much. You know, and if my salinity in my tank is kind of going a little off, like I want to bring it up a little, then maybe I'll do I'll send an extra 2 gallons of salt water into my tank and just let that, you know, evaporate and bring the salinity up a little over time. Like I don't really care that much about it. It's a range.
That's exactly what I do. I'll test my tank for salinity, then I'll go to my water change system. I'll fill it up with RO, mix the salt, and then just tweak it from there and just keep it.
So what do you do? What do you do? How do you do it? You got auto water change, so
yeah. So if my tank is creeping in salinity, let's say it's jumped up to 1026, something like that, I'll mix my next batch of salt at 1024, run that for a week, and it'll come back to 1025, and then I'll just kind of balance it that way.
So I don't really care what my salt mix is as long as it's within like a 3/4 of a point, maybe. So, but if my tank starts to creep one direction or the other, like maybe my skimmer's running way too much, so my salinity's kind of dropping a little bit, and I don't really catch that because my skimmer is to drain, so it just fucking drains. The only way I see that is if my reservoir starts dropping a little faster than typical over a week. Then I know maybe my ATO reservoir is dropping faster than normal. So maybe more water's coming out. My salinity might be dropping a little. Then, you know, I have a fill point on my tank and I know exactly where it is. And obviously I have a sensor for my ATO. I'll just put 2 extra gallons of salt water in there. And when that evaporates, my salinity will creep up. So that's kind of how I manage it.
Just to kind of sidetrack a little bit, for those of you that do run a skimmer to drain, how often do you clean the neck of your skimmer then? I don't run any of mine to drain. Therefore, every time I'm emptying my cup, I'm stripping the cup down. I'm cleaning it all of that. So, how often do you clean the neck of that skimmer, then, Jim?
It depends. I think this is where you get more into advanced reefing, where you just have a feel for where your tank is at, right? And it depends how well my skimmer is set, right? And what's going on in my tank. Because if my skimmer is set where it's pulling gunk into the cup, it's not building up on the neck. It's just a perfect flow where the neck doesn't build up. If I see my neck start building up, I'm thinking something's going on with my skimmer where it's dialed down a little bit too much. And the gook that I want in my cup is ending up in the skimmer. That's the way I look at it. That's how it builds up on the neck, is it's not getting to where it needs to go. So I need to turn my skimmer up a little bit. So that I don't mind when my skimmer neck builds up, because I'm riding that fine line, and I use that to kind of keep my tank clean and monitor how my skimmer's working.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think in the past I've been way too reluctant to allow my skimmer to overflow a little bit more, which would naturally keep the neck cleaner. That's something like you've said, it's more of an advanced reefing thing. I totally agree with you. Over time, I'm less reluctant to dial it right down so it's just bubbling at the right level. You do want it just pouring over a wee bit so it's physically doing what it's supposed to do.
But you have to dial it in so that it does that at the right time too, right? Like my skimmer runs a little heavier at night. So like if I try and dial it in the middle of the day, and then I come down the next morning and check everything, and holy shit, like 2 gallons just ran out of my tank. Slow the skimmer down.
Yeah, so do you have anything in place? Obviously, you don't have a controller. You don't do fucking shit. So what happens if your skimmer goes absolutely bonkers at night? Do you have anything that's going to tell you that quite a few gallons of water is gone?
No, I just know by looking at my ATO reservoir that it's low. So I have my RO reservoir tied directly into my ATO reservoir. So when I do a new batch of RO water, I'll close off my ATO reservoir with a valve, and that reservoir will have about 2.5 gallons to go to my tank. And then once my main reservoir is full, I'll turn my RO system off, and I'll open that valve, which will then give me about 30 gallons of RO water that can go to my tank. So basically, I have a 30-gallon RO reservoir, but when I'm making RO, I only have a 3-gallon reservoir. And I have that eyelet on the side of my RO reservoir that I can see every gallon as it comes down. So I just look at that, and that tells me how much either evaporating or my skimmer's running bonkers. So I can just look at that and see how things are running in my tank. But I don't have an alert or something to tell me. I just look at it.
What do you do, Mr. Dub?
Can you repeat the question?
I just saw him he just started doing this.
I have a question, Jim, when you get a chance.
Go for it, Chris.
So does your ATO not have like an alarm system at all, like integrated into itself?
Yeah, the ATO has an alarm.
But does that tell you like if it's just run out, or does so mine, the way it works, it like somehow you do like an initial fill and it'll say, okay, when it gets to the low level, it should take this long to fill up to optimal. If it goes longer than that, my ATO will actually shut itself off and alarm. So like that would be safety if something like that were to happen.
I have that Duetto,
Okay.
And that if that has to continually run, that will alarm and shut
Okay.
off.
Gotcha.
But I mean, those little beeping alarms, it's not like DJ's house where my fucking bed shakes and sirens go off and the fucking I think the cops are outside ready to bust through the fucking door. Like it's
Yeah.
not like that. You know, it's a little beep beep down in the basement, 2 stories down. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
fucking hear it.
I got you.
So
I guess in your case, it'd be more of it actually draining the tank because the skimmer's in the sump.
yeah, so the draining the tank, what will happen, and it's happened a couple times where I only had that 2.5, 3 gallon reservoir going, and something went fast, and I can hear on the first floor right above where my tank is some slurping, and I'll know my return pumps are starting to slurp, and I'll run down there and be like, something fucking happened, too much water drained, in my because I probably only have about my maybe 3 gallons, 2 to 3 gallons in my return pump chamber before shit starts slurping.
Yeah.
So, what about Mr. Dubs?
Yeah, what's up? I'm listening. My ATO setup. It's Chris, is yours the reef breeders?
No, mine's the F Zone ATO.
Gotcha.
So I actually got that one because that's the brand I use for all my like freshwater CO2 supplies, and I've had really good luck with them. Yeah, because I mean here 1 second, I'll show you guys. So like on some of my other tanks.
Not gonna lie, Chris, you have been so you have been moving around so much during this chat. I thought maybe you'd committed a crime when you were waiting for the police to come.
No, the baby's napping right now, so I'm trying to make sure she's not fucking stirring. But yeah, so like this is the same brand I got this little guy on for my CO2 cartridge for my freshwater tank. But and now my thing's being dumb. All right.
So do you, Mr. Dub, just to rewind when you weren't concentrating and you're clearly doing something else in the background, does your skimmer run to drain?
No, it doesn't. I don't trust it. Similar to what you were describing earlier too. I don't trust that. I have tried that in the past. Not that it's a bad thing. Yeah, okay, Jim. No, I don't trust that. I don't trust that type of thing pretty much. If I'm very hesitant about the idea. I like the idea, but I'm hesitant about the idea of okay, Jason. Ripping sleeves off over here.
Which, speaking of the baby, I gotta go, guys, because she's awake. So,
All right.
Thanks for joining, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good talking to you guys.
Yeah, it was cool. Thanks. Oh, Mr. Dub gets the whole bottom of the screen now.
Nice.
Where were we?
Skimmer draining ATO. Where I was going next though is the idea of water changes. Like, I like the idea, like automated water changes, but at the same time, it's just like something goes wrong. There goes, draining the tank or whatever. I don't know, but
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
for me, there's this kind of limit for me on a sensor to look after, a sensor to look after, a sensor to. There is no end to it. So yeah, I just go the best I can do out the box. Add a few wee bits on here and there, and then because if not, you're going to end up trying to have a backup for a backup for a backup, and yeah, it just doesn't end. So I admire Jim's attitude towards it. However, I wouldn't have my skimmer to drain, although I have never even had a skimmer cup completely even overflow. But that's because of the point earlier we were talking about. I've always had my skimmer turned way down too low. So all it's really doing is, technically it's not oxygenating the water, is it? It's not. That's what somebody said not that long ago. It's not putting oxygen in you. It might even have been dong.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just helping
Just
with
a
your
waste.
ORP a little. I certainly find mine does.
I mean, you got oxygen running into your water just from having a sump, right? If you have a sump turning over, you're good.
Well, that's where closed loops don't know, do they?
Well, yeah. Well, is a closed loop is just a pumping mechanism tied to your
Yeah. So
system. You still have a return going through your sump and back in.
I suppose it depends how it's set up, though. If
Yeah.
it's below water level, then surely there's no oxygenating taking place. We need.
Well, I think you're still
I'm just talking shit.
even a closed loop. You still have a drain to your sump, right?
Well, no,
And that's open.
tidal gardens, for example. No, on some of these systems, there's no sump. It's just Vectra L1s sitting in trays underneath, pumping water within the tank and sucking water within the tank. Therefore,
Yeah, then you maybe got to worry about it.
Yeah.
So, Zach, what do you use for your auto top off?
It's a reef graders. It's a little electronic guy. It's one of those eye sensors, similar to what you and Chris were describing. It does have some understanding of time and how long it runs. So I think it was you who was describing if it runs too long, it'll start screaming. So if it like kicks too many cycles, or if it doesn't run at all, which sometimes it happens with my calc, based off pH. That's what I've been what I've been struggling with recently is with the windows and doors shut now, elevated CO2, suppressing pH in the tank. I'm running more calc to drive it up. Well, now I'm above my evaporation limit. And so sometimes my salinity will shift down to 2.3, 2.2. And I have to check it every couple of days whenever it's days of too cold and stuff like that. Um, but no, I like having. I've thought about integrating that into the hydros, and I might one day, but I like it being separate. I don't, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm a bit of a, as I've called other people or said someone else, is decentralized. I don't like everything being on one control, just in case. But that's just me. Um, got it cheap. I think it was like $90. It's done me well for a couple years now. So
And is how much do you have set up for your reservoir?
20 gallon. So the 20 gallon, it's a 20 gallon tall. It feeds my calc reactor and my ATO. And that'll last me right now it's probably last me 4 or 5 days between the two. So
Really? 20 gallons
Yep.
of RO lasts
Yeah.
only 4 or 5 days?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's all going into your system?
Yep. In one way or the other, yeah, as calc or just as top off.
And then what's keeping your salinity up?
Must be evaporation.
Yeah, the evaporation.
So you have 20 gallons of evap over 4 or 5 days?
I mean, that seems pretty nutty to think about it. It
Yeah,
might be
'cause
inaccurate. I'd have
There's a realization thing just gone. That's that. What the fuck is my tank water going? Your birds are drinking it.
it's in your basement.
Well, so the humidity in my room right now, it's hovering at like 45 to 50% relative humidity. I have a fan blowing it across the sump lately to try to help with evap, actually force evap, so my salinity doesn't shift a lot. least until I get to implement calc slurry. So, yep.
So you're
I
thinking
think
of calc slurry.
What's that?
You're thinking about going calc slurry.
Yeah, I mean, I have the two pumps for it. Um, I guess to briefly describe that. I feel like my alkalinity salt consumption is high enough to justify this right now, especially with everything going off, taking off at the pace it is. I'd like to be able to go at higher elevated pH. Right now, I'm usually rocking like 8.1 plus minus 5 or 0.05, which isn't bad. Um, but my evap's not there. I'm like I said, I'm having a force evap right now just so I don't have any kind of shift. Without doing this type of thing, without forcing, and obviously everyone's don't chase numbers and shit like that. This is just a fun experiment. I like the elevated fast growth and stuff like that. And um, but typically I would have a pH of like 7.7, 7.8. Like if I didn't do this, like I've let it go where it's that low, and I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously nothing happens. People do that, but I guess I'm just not a fan of that idea personally. So, um, no, the couch slurry, a bucket of obviously you're mixing more than saturated, and Rob's Reef actually made a calculator that you can it's based on what like percentage by weight or something like that. And so you'll do that, then you throw, so I have a couple old J-valve pumps that I'll just toss in there to keep it saturated, like mixed, homogeneous mix of calc milk. And then I'll also toss a power head into the sump. So whenever you drip it into your sump, or whenever it's dosed into your sump, you want it mixed very well. So
Yeah, I've
I'm
you
got.
don't
planning on
worry
doing
about
that this weekend. But
Sorry, on you go, Jim.
you don't worry about snow in your tank.
not at all. Not at all. I've
John,
dealt with
John
preset.
McLean. John McLean will run through snow. He will stand on a snow-covered runway in a blizzard. I love how Zach just nope.
No, no, not really fearful of it. I've dealt with precip. I've dealt with precip recently, actually. Just crunchies on the glass. Um, I mean, just you have to slow it down and make sure it's well mixed, distributed. It's like you start adding it and then it just like kind of sits there in your sump. That's where it kind of starts like fucking things up.
Yeah, I've got a power head directly below both areas of my sump where I dose and even where my auto water change drips into the system. So it just instantly gets hit with super
Yep.
high flow and just disperses straight away. Before that, there was growths like the size of my fist of alkalinity and calcium all precipitating out and just growing up the side of my sump. I think I actually even posted it, a big brick of it. So sticking that wee pump in's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, you guys saw my stalactite the other day. Shit like that. So
Was that out the back of Nakatomi?
yeah. Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Ron? What's your ATO?
ATO is a Tunzi osmolator on the frag system, which is connected to a 200 litre salt freshwater reservoir I have, which has a float switch and it directly comes from my RO. I only have a 200 litre ATO container because it was my salt water mixing container, but then when I then installed this tank, I was just tearing through water and I thought, no, I'll have a bigger saltwater container. So I went from 200 to 400 litre. And then I went from 400 to 800 because I stupidly thought I was going to get some sort of form of life and not be at work all day, every day. Boo-hoo me. So yeah, it's a 200 litre tank that runs a Tunzi osmolator directly from the bottom of that straight into my sump via I've got a bit of 25mm pipe. So just to break the siphon. So the tube comes up from the osmolator into a bit of pipe and then it goes down into the sump.
Both your display and your frag tank?
The display here has its own ATO container of maybe 25 litres, which actually is an extension of the sump. It's connected to the RO and has its own float switch in it as well.
And then your QT?
No, it's just got it's. I have to refill that with a watering can of RO, which I pump from the 200 litre tank and then carry through. I could plumb it in at some point, but I always think it's just a quarantine, but it's fucking full of corals now. It's not a quarantine. And I'm now dosing alkalinity and calcium in the quarantine.
Yeah, right. What about your shop tank, the big one?
Yeah, so it's got an automatic water change on it, and it's got the same 200 litre reservoir for RO as an ATO with the same pipe system to break the siphon.
Does it have its own, or is it coming from the same?
No, it's got its own. It's quite a distance away from here. It's got its own water supply. It's got its own RO filter. It's got its own automatic water change. It's completely on its own.
Does that have a apex on it too?
It's got an apex, but it's just an apex and one dose. That's it. For automatic water change. It's got a really cheap old Bubble Magus doser for alkalinity. I don't dose anything else other than alk. I don't even really test, if I'm being that honest. It's my kind of I don't do fucking shit tank. It just happens to be 1,000 litres.
Yeah, but you've got apex on and I don't do fucking shit tank.
Well, yeah, I've got apex on and I don't do fucking shit tank because I don't do fucking shit. That's why I've got an apex on it. And also I have other human beings putting their hands in that, and other human beings and my fish tanks have never worked out well. So just having that extra, and there's a wee IP camera in the sump to check it. I've got IP cameras on every one of my systems just to keep an eye on levels, and if I get a warning or something goes a bit haywire, I can just log in and go, yeah, the tank's empty, everything's dead. I might as well stay in bed. Well, if it's half full, it's worth getting out of bed. Completely.
Could save something.
Fucking point. I can get the mop in the morning.
I saw some other Red Sea tanks that had splits starting like yours that went.
It's
so you caught it perfect time.
Yeah, and see, to be totally honest, I know there's some mutants out there that probably didn't level their stand right, and maybe even the tank came already slightly defective, things like that, and then people hammering their magnet scrapers into the seals and things like that. But talking for myself and how fastidious I am about making sure everything is absolutely perfect, the tank failed. So, but Red Sea swapped it in 10 days. I did pay £50 for extending my warranty from 2 years to 5 years. They decided to give that away free with all new tanks. Last week I got an email from Red Sea and they refunded my £50. So yes, the tank failed. Yes, I lost some corals. Yes, it was a complete and utter pain in the fucking arse doing it all. I would say as far as the company goes, they've done the right thing. Should the tank have failed in the first place? No. But they've treated me really, really well.
Fair enough.
Don't want to go any further on that, Jim?
I have a used acrylic tank from a custom builder. I don't know. If it goes, it goes.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I walk down waiting for the day. It's all white anyway.
So the size of your basement, though, if you walk down, would you even feel it? It would just be like a mist of moisture on the floor.
A messed.
Mess.
We're messed in the orchids and they're reblooming. I don't know what to do with the fucking roots that are growing all over the place, though.
That's all good. Just leave them.
They're just growing like down the countertop.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they're not even in soil. They're just all over the fucking place. They look like branches.
yeah. That's it's trying to hold on to something.
So
You
don't trim them back.
No. They're epiphytic. They're epiphytes, so they grow on branches and rocks and trees and nature. That's its anchoring mechanism.
That's how they do.
That's how they do. Yeah.
They'll
if
keep
you've got
messing them.
if you've got aerial roots growing, it's a good sign.
Yeah, and they're starting to rebloom.
This is
They
it.
are.
We're not even talking about fish tanks anymore.
The orchids are reblooming.
It's not since we chatted, though.
Yeah,
They don't turn around that quick, Jim.
there's big fucking flowers starting to pop up. They haven't opened yet, but they're a wee centimeter diameter.
That's amazing news. Just from nesting.
From nesting.
What are
Yeah.
you nesting with?
Water.
What? No, there is a product in the market called Orchid Mist, spelled MYST, and it's
Yeah, we don't want that in the house. We'll just use water.
fuck the mist.
We haven't put any fertilizer. It's just water.
You do get specific bloom and growth fertilizer, though. So once they finish blooming, you move on to growth fertilizer, which actually stimulates blooming. And while they're blooming, you feed them growth fertilizer, which
So I should get some orchid fertilizer
yeah.
and messed it with that.
Well, depending on what brand and what type of fertilizer it is, not all of them are to be used as a mist.
Okay.
Just even though there won't be any fucking viewers, I'll just explain to the viewers that it's mist, not messed.
It's messed.
Mist.
It's domestic, right? We got to messed it.
Mist. I don't even know how. I can't even say it in a way that makes sense.
Are you trying to
Mist.
say messed or messed?
That was the same fucking
Messed
word. That was the same
or
word.
messed?
MIST.
Messed.
Fuck's sake.
Why am I fucking hanging out with these two fucking idiots?
Zach's already just back to whatever he was doing earlier.
If I fucking hang up, I'm gonna
I'm
look like a
listening.
dick, but I can't fucking take this anymore. A dick or a deck?
He be
You
like,
look like
shut the fuck up.
like a
I be
deck.
quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again.
Mr. Dub's face.
Boy, what the fuck you want? Hi, Miss Parker.
Right. I don't know if that's a good time to wrap it up for the first Reefy's Fuck Talking Bollocks. It certainly has been true tonight. Is that moonshine, Zach?
I wish.
What is that?
Water. Just water.
But are you drinking out of a jar?
Yeah. Spaghetti jar.
A what jar?
Spaghetti jar. Sauce. Spaghetti sauce.
Spaghetti jar?
Recycle them.
You don't drink
Yeah.
spaghetti jars.
Yeah. Old pasta jars.
What?
Like a canning jar?
You don't just have a...
It's sort of similar. No, it's you get pasta sauce in them.
You don't just have a glass?
Yeah, it is a glass.
Yeah, I mean, I get your fucking point, but do you not have a... If somebody came round to your house for a glass of iced tea, would you give it to them in a pasta jar?
Yeah.
We have those at our house too.
Yeah, but are they actual pasta jars, or have you bought jars?
Ours
that
are
look like-
canning jars that we just use for glasses.
Yeah.
So, did you buy it with like pasta sauce in it, or have you?
No, we bought it, but it's got like a canning top, but we don't
Yeah,
use the
same.
tops. It's just
Yeah, but
it's got a
you bought
threaded
a
top.
drink out of, Jim.
I don't know. My wife and daughter started using them for drinking out of, and I thought it was strange too, but we do it.
Yeah, but did you buy it empty for drinking out of, or did it?
I
come
don't know
with
why
stuff
we
in
bought it. My wife bought them, and they ended up in our cupboard for fucking with our glasses and cups.
Yeah, but
I don't use them. I grab the glass, but they use them.
But did they buy them empty to drink out of, or did it come with product in it?
No product.
Right, so
Product free.
they have bought them because they are trendy, whereas Mr. Dub is like, hey, gonna finish.
I think my wife.
Out of that.
I think my wife planned on canning and then said fuck it and grabbed the glasses to use.
What do you mean canning?
Like making preserves, like jams and sauerkrauts. And
Surely that's
that kind of shit.
jarring, no?
Jarring, canning, same shit.
Stuffing.
Stuffing. I don't know if it's stuffing. I would say jarring and canning. Not stuffing.
So Zach, did that jar you're drinking out of come with a label on it?
Yes.
That's hurting.
But it looks like it's got increments for measuring on it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like for jarring.
Yeah.
He could make a jam in there.
But he bought it with pasta sauce in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean pasta
has it
sauce
got-
is the
why has it
same as
got
jamming.
Why has it got increments on it then?
Cups are. Does it have cup increments?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Good.
So
Good.
you bought that in a shop and it had pasta sauce in it.
Yes.
So
And a
what-
label and a lid
So
and red sauce.
did the label cover all of those increments?
No, it just covered one side.
So what's the point in increments then? To know
Was
how
it like a
much sauce
homemade?
is used?
No, Aldi's. If you were to go to
Aldi?
Aldi's and look at their pasta sauce.
Aldi. You got Aldi's, Ron? They're German.
Aldi.
Yeah, Aldi.
We've
All
got
day.
Aldi and Lidl we have. Do you have a Lidl?
Aldi. We don't have little.
Yeah, they're basically the same, but like
So you can say little, but you can't say mist.
missed.
Mist.
Missed.
Little. Lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lidl. Lidl.
Little.
Lidl. Or as my mum called it because she was trying to be posh, Liddell.
How do you say milk?
Well, in Scotland, it's normally pronounced mulk. Mulk.
Mulk? Like with a U?
Like calc, coke.
Yeah, with a U. Mulk.
Yeah, mulk. How do you say? How do you say the little wriggly things that come out your grass? What would you call that? That aerate the soil.
A worm.
Yeah. See, we say worm. We put an extra letter in.
A worm.
Worm.
A worm.
That's very good.
A
Actually.
worm.
I've got a friend who lives in England, and every time he phones me, he tries to put on a Scottish accent, and it's fucking diabolical. Like really bad.
Mest and worm.
He says my name instead of Ron. He says Lon. Here we go. The fuck! This is going to be the worst podcast ever produced. We're now talking.
Yeah, this was
jars.
This one doesn't get put out there. This is just.
Oh, I'm not editing this. This will be private for members only. Right.
No one's going to want to watch this
Right,
shit. This is stupid.
I think you'll be surprised. Right. So
I don't know.
These jars have increments behind the label.
Yeah, look at that. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
like that.
pretty helpful when you're making food and you don't have to get a measuring cup out. You just know how much you're pouring out of the jar.
Yeah, we've not evolved to this.
No, you guys are still using water as a measuring tool.
Fucking fuck's sake. Not rising.
God damn it.
Not fucking rising to it.
Gotta start using cups and gallons instead of fucking water.
Listen, I was talking to Bernadette, right, who is a baker, and she has family in America, so you know she's not just fuck America. You know she's open, and she said cups are stupid.
That's fine.
She said, you know, kilograms, grams.
How the what?
It is the way to do it.
Yeah. So get the scale out.
That's it.
Yep. Fuck that. Why do you need a scale?
Cups are stupid.
Eyeball a cup.
Eyeball a cup.
Really? I get it. I get it.
So I'm just going to stop recording and then we can just fuck around. So what are you up to for the rest of the day then, Jim? Are you going go-karting?
No. The go-karts are all closed and there's not really any indoor go-karts here. So
they're closed?
Yeah, it's fucking winter.
And?
It's like snowy. You can't be driving the go-karts in the snow.
So that was snow at the bottom of the giant unicorn?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't just excited that I was taking a picture of it for Ron.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to upstage those fucking photos, by the way. No idea how I'm going to do that. I mean, how am I supposed to top your car parked between two 40-foot transformers? Not even a castle here in the mist would beat your car.
Transformers?
Yeah, how am I supposed to beat that?
You thought I photoshopped that shit?
Well, I'm still trying to work out why the fuck they would exist. I mean, unless you're in Disney or like Universal Studios, I don't know why you would have.
This is a whole town like that. Like the whole town is like a Disney.
I don't get it. You guys do things so differently over there.
I almost took a picture in front of this place that's a winter dinner, Christmas dinner show. And it's got more Christmas lights than I've ever seen. And like big screens in front of the building. Yeah, I almost took a picture in front of that. I thought that would be stupid. I'll get a picture somewhere else. I'll find like the Hulk or something, like a fucking 20-foot tall Hulk or something, or a giant helicopter,
50-foot high pasta jar.
They probably have that somewhere over here. They got a few things like that.
Come and get your photo next to the pasta jar. So how long will you keep that jar?
I'm gonna drink it.
Will you keep that until it breaks, or will you trade in?
Why would you throw it away?
Well, so the local trash / recycling, they don't take glass.
What?
They don't recycle glass in the area. So
do you have to take it to like a glass bin then?
No. So I've wanted to. There's no loop. Go ahead.
What's a glass bin?
Like a dumpster specific for recycling glass. I'm getting. No,
we don't have those.
So we either toss them or we just keep them. So I keep a couple. Whenever we make soups, we keep lids. They're still tight enough that you can get like 4 or 5 days out of keeping soup in a fridge. So,
welcome to the Reefy as Fuck Preserves channel. So you guys don't recycle glass? Do you mean you just put glass in the normal garbage.
What do
In
you
my
mean?
locale, yes.
We used to have huge, big, like bins at our supermarkets, and they had rubber holes in them, and you would have to push your bottles or jars in. You would have to separate brown glass from green glass from clear glass. But now we have curbside recycling, so we have like I think we're up to 6 big bins per house, and it goes in rotation every week. You put one bin out, and one of them's glass.
No.
You don't. No, we don't recycle glass in America.
We don't recycle. Shit just goes into the same dumpster.
Have you not got recycling bins over there?
We can't. No, we do, but then when it actually gets to the recycling place, it's all bullshit.
It's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
It is.
I mean,
We sell our trash. America sells our. We used to sell a lot of our trash to China, but now they don't take it. So who knows where it all goes? They say we recycle.
I mean, that's a lot of trash we're talking about.
Yeah.
And
Think about trying to recycle all that.
I mean, you don't know where it goes.
Yeah, it's kind of a scam. It's kind of a scam. It's kind of a propaganda push to recycle.
Okay, so
We really don't do it efficiently in the U.S.
in your opinion, then your bin gets tipped into a truck in the street, yeah? Where do you then think that ends up?
In a landfill.
With zero recycling?
No, they try and recycle it, but the amount of effort that would have to go into recycling all of U.S.'s garbage that's recyclable, it doesn't happen.
That's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Saying
I
that,
have to get some facts for you, get some papers and research stuff, and you can see.
yeah, I mean, there's some countries that aren't recycling like at all. Zero.
Right. Well, those countries also have probably barely have running water. Their rivers are full of shit.
Always waiting for 33 million to get thrown out there.
Maybe. I don't know how big the city is, but
33
you
million.
should see the runoff from people who don't have sewage systems. That's disgusting. Think about what that does to the oceans.
Yeah, I mean, we have huge concerts here that you'll get maybe 250,000 people at, and it's like going back in time. There's just shits rolling
You
down.
don't have porta potties?
Yeah, but they overflow. They misjudge it every year, and there's just turds rolling down the street. Rivers of piss.
I thought that was the
Yeah.
dogs. See, didn't I make a joke that it was the people, and you were like, "What do you mean? Why are you saying it's the people?" I don't.
Ah, yeah, you were.
I made that joke.
You were suggesting Scottish people shat in the street. We don't.
Shit.
No, that's people go to
Only at festivals.
they go to the toilet, and then the toilet overflows because they've misjudged the amount of turds. People obviously all came storing one, right? And
Yeah.
taking that they've considered the amount of food sold and how much poo would then be created, as opposed everyone brought one with them.
Okay.
So
Who
it's-
goes to a festival and plans on taking a shit there? Like, that's disgusting.
Not me.
Like, I would
actually spend the day before I went eating stuff to bung myself up.
Never have I taken a shit in a porta potty. Never.
What?
Never. In a porta potty? I would never take a shit in a porta potty.
I've shat in vans, behind trees,
Fuck that. Running water. It's the
Shut
only way
up.
to go.
shat on a roof once.
I would never take a shit in a porta potty.
Mr. Dub, have you
Those
shat
things are
in a
disgusting.
porta potty?
I'm listening.
Have you shat in a
Have I
porta
shit in a
potty?
porta potty? Yeah.
Fuck
Jim,
that.
Jim's saying he's never done it.
No.
Never
Take a
shat.
piss. Take a piss in a porta potty. Cover your hands up. Don't touch a fucking thing. Elbow your way out. Get the. I don't even lock the door. If someone opens the door while I'm in there, I didn't touch that handle. Fucking
I'm with
open
you
it.
on that.
shoulder my way out. That's it.
pull the hand sanitizer out as soon as I get out, even though I didn't touch anything. Don't touch any of that shit. Disgusting.
I get it. I do get it. It is disgusting. But I mean, if you need a shit, you need a shit, Jim.
You don't go there. You hold it.
You just
You
allow
hold
your body to reconsume it.
Yes. Yeah, you go home. And you know what it's like when you skip a shit. You fuck yourself for a couple days. Skipping a shit. Like when you have to go, if you fucking skip a shit, you've just fucked up your digestive system.
Yep.
Because then it never comes out right. You know, it's never a relieving shit.
It doesn't evaporate.
Kind of like, God, I just got to get it out now. This fucking sucks.
So you get
skipping
a teaspoon.
shits.
Yeah, you get a teaspoon and you just howk about there until you grab it.
Yeah. It's not a relieving sensation.
Hence the porta potties.
Won't do it. I'd rather have a clogged shit than a porta potty.
Clogged shit.
Fuck that. I'm not going into a porta potty to shit. There's like a timer. Even if I haven't got all my piss out, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Shut the valve.
Shut it off and get the fuck out.
What if it's a clean porta potty?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
What if you're the first person at the festival? You brought your poo with you.
It's still a used porta potty.
I'll just pop in. What if it's brand new from the factory?
Right from the factory, and I'm like the tester.
You're
Make
the
sure
tester.
the fucking porta potty works right.
Yep.
Getting a different job. I don't want to be the beta site for porta potty testing.
You still wouldn't do a shit in it.
Wouldn't do a shit in it. It wouldn't be relieving. What's the point? Wouldn't feel good. I'd just be grossed out. I'm in a fucking shitter, and I'd be like glowing green, like from the light outside and the green walls. Are your porta potties all green?
No,
Ours are all green. Zach, yours all green?
ours are mostly
They're green or blue,
it's a-
right?
Yeah, I would say more blue. There's a couple
Blue
of
and green.
companies with red.
Red porta potties? Is that like for
Red
like
porta potty.
first aid? Like when you really got a shit, there's the first aid porta potty.
come in for removal. So would you just go into use public bathrooms though?
Not the shit.
Ever?
Oh, you shit at home.
How do you shit at home if you're in the fucking Caribbean?
Then you shit in your hotel,
Okay, so
but not in the
hotel rooms are
public
okay.
hotel. Hotel rooms are okay, but not like the public hotel room. You can't go to like the public bathroom of a hotel and shit. No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, Jim has poo problems. I would shit almost anywhere.
You'd shit in a gas station,
Oh yeah. If I
in a
needed
petrol station.
if I needed a shit, it's coming out. It's fucking coming out. With it, I am not sitting on it and it's squeezing its way up my back. No chance. It's coming out. It's getting into a toilet and it's getting flushed. I'll shit.
So
in a-
just stop. I feel like I got a shit. I'll stop at the petrol station.
Yep. Here comes the lion bar.
Even if you're 15 minutes from home.
Well, if you're desperate for a shit, it's got to come out. It's better for you to let it go.
No, not touching it. Not touching the nasty bathroom.
In case of
You got like toilet sanitizers with you too to spray the fucking seat when you get in those places.
Nah. Just
Gotta
sit.
shake off the crabs.
Just sit on all the piss, and then you kind of dry it off for the next person. You're doing your part.
What's piss?
Well, I think I've ruined enough of your days. So, what's
Yeah.
I can't get over the red porta potties. I haven't seen any red ones yet.
blue, green, brown? I've shat in them all.
White or yellow tops.
I think the tops are a different color, to be totally honest.
Yeah, they're white or yellow. Try and let more light in.
Do you get those teal ones?
Teal, yeah. Green, blue, green. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a yellow top. Try and
Yeah.
make it feel like they got a light in there. So it's not all dark. It's like a fake light bulb at the top.
Fuck it, just give me a skylight.
That's basically
Those
what they're
ventilation-
doing. It's a
Yeah, those ventilation tubes never fucking work. There's like
No,
like
they
a
don't.
like a chim like a smoke stack. Like a
yeah.
shit
I think
stack.
that's what my time frame is holding my breath while I'm in there. So not only do I go in there to try and pee as fast as I can, not touch anything, but I am also holding my breath.
I hold my breath. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because the shit chimney does not work 100%.
No. So how do you take a shit if you got to go in there and hold your breath? Like, can't do it. So you can't do it. And to have a red one, that would be weird to be in a red one. You'd get like a red glow.
Not any weirder than a blue one.
Blue and green are normal. Teal, blue, green, or blue, green.
It's just a room to drop a loaf.
Red.
Doesn't matter what fucking color it is.
They probably use brown over there because they always overflow and they can't get the stains out of them. So it just kind of looks normal. By us, a little different.
We don't have the decency to see that it's filling up and slow it down. We just be like, nope, stack it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red's always first aid though. Like that. How you make?
It's for people that are
Someone's-
really, really desperate.
Or maybe people host like events and they want everything to match. So they want their toilets to match, their fences and their pumps, and then they want their stage. Everything's got to match. So that, maybe that's where some of those like teal ones or purple ones or red ones come in.
Like, okay, I think. Oh my god, I was about to literally hang up, and fucking Russ has jumped in.
Russ, you gotta help me out. Yeah. No.
With what?
We've been talking for an hour and
What?
3/4, right? And about 15 minutes of it was about salt. The rest has been about pasta sauces, jars, and taking shits in public.
So were boiled eggs in the pasta sauce discussed?
Not yet.
No, we didn't. But we're trying to figure out porta potties.
Oh, fucking ratchet.
We're really not.
Don't.
We're-
I've never taken a shit in a porta potty. Never. Would never do it. Ron and Z Dubs. Fuck it. You gotta go.
Hey, I worked for a home builder for 3 years. So
Oh,
Now, was the
You've
porta
you've
potty?
seen some stuff.
one of the grossest things I've ever seen is, the portalet guy shows up with his cleaning truck, sticks the hose in there, cleaning it out, and then he's eating his sandwich with his other hand.
Well, at least he's using his other hand.
Like Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Well, do the porta potties in Carolinas come in like more green, blue, green colors? With
There's a local. Yeah. Your basic primary colors, your blues, your greens.
yeah,
Probably not
White
the
tops?
best choice. Yeah,
Yellow
probably
tops?
not the best choice for those summer days. 100 degrees. It's probably 120 inside one of those things.
they make them in brown for the Scottish because they can't get the stains out.
There's a company that does like bright pink ones. So I don't know what the marketing angle is there, but I've seen those around.
Ladies poo too.
Everyone does, but yeah, fucking. So that's been the whole conversation: porta potties and how to publicly shit.
For the last 20
Something like
minutes,
that.
I would say. Yep. Before that, it was drinking out of jars, pasta sauces. Chris Sherman joined for a while, and then I think he was like, "Fuck this." Zach has actually checked out a couple of times, but has remained on. He was completely recumbent at one point, almost like completely laid flat.
So who showed up earlier? I saw the invite. I'm like, 3 p.m. London time. What the fuck is that? I'm just going to dial in, see if anyone's still there.
3 p.m. London time was 10 a.m. EST.
Well, as an American, I demand all meeting invites be in my local time zone.
That's unfortunate. What's Jim doing?
I'll be back.
So, are you glad you recorded this? You get a lot of quality content today, Ron?
I'll be honest, I reckon there is about 40 minutes of usable out of the hour and 40. Yeah. I think it was a good experiment, and I will say the quality seems slightly higher today. Don't ask me why.
Is it reefing related or not really? The content that'll be recorded. And you're at a hotel or something, right, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter can't eat food without ranch, so she's asking me to go get ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch. Runch? Brunch?
Ranch
Rinch?
dressing. They may
Rinch?
not have it in Scotland.
Ranch.
Ranch seems.
Is it called Rinch?
Yes, it's the raunchy version of the Grinch.
Oh, raunch. Raunch dressing.
Ranch. I said it exactly the same as you fucking knob.
Yeah, you do.
Ranch?
Runch.
So what's she putting ranch on?
Pizza.
That's not normal.
Runch and pizza.
Oh, Jesus. You have to go drive to get it?
You're going in your car.
Yeah, I'm going in my car. This place has everything.
What the?
It's a ranch.
Is
Go get some
ranch? Is ranch on pizza like an acceptable Chicago thing? Because I feel like a New York pizza place would have a serious issue with that.
It sounds weird to me, but most things Jim says do sound weird to me.
But he's disconnecting from the hotel Wi-Fi.
He's putting so much fucking effort into continuing though. I mean, any normal person would be like, see you later.
Oh my goodness, Jim's gonna live stream from the grocery store. Ron's gonna have his mind blown about American consumerism.
No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. I don't think I'm close to a grocery store, so I might have to go to the Quick Trip.
Wait, I thought you were in a hotel. The hotel doesn't have ranch?
No, they don't have ranch.
Is it a weird thing?
I don't know. I'm going to go ask the person at the front desk of the hotel for lunch.
Did they have a restaurant in the hotel?
Yeah, I had a waffle. I had to rush and get a waffle because Ron threw this on us in 15 minutes.
It's all Ron's
Had a
fault.
free waffle.
So you're having to drive to get your daughter ranch because why is she eating pizza this time of day?
Leftovers. She's fucking hungry.
It's lunchtime. It's 11:50.
Yeah.
Or I guess 10:50 for Jim.
It's 10:50.
I mean, honestly, Ron, I was eating Chinese earlier.
Where are
Fried
you?
rice
How do I
and
turn-
beef and broccoli.
Yeah, I don't do the morning after food thing. Never have. Cold pizza.
You don't have leftovers? You just throw the shit away?
No, we finish it.
You finish
You
it?
don't cook extra food, Ron. Or, no? Is this Eleanor? Fuck that.
What is Jim doing? Is he going to a petrol station for a shit? He's going to find a porta potty.
Fuck, I can't park there. I can't park there.
You going for a shit, Jim?
No. So Russ, you usually got white or yellow lids on your porta potty. Make it look like you got a light on there, right?
He can honestly say I've only noticed the white.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
it's been a while since I was really paying attention to them, though. You know, thankfully, most of my last couple of decades have been spent more indoors, so the reliance on porta potties has greatly diminished.
It's like royalty not having to rely on porta potties. The privileged life.
Dude,
Not having to-
working from home, those are the benefits nobody tells you. Like, you use your own bathroom all the time.
No, I mean, we have our own bathroom here because the office is the ex-owner's house. So there's 2 bathrooms here. So the management team who have an office have their own bathroom, and we have the old original owner's ensuite bedroom bathroom as well. And I have to admit, I've grown quite accustomed to private bathroom. But I mean, for example, we were in a shopping centre yesterday, quickly getting some Christmas presents. I went to the public toilet. I didn't do a shit, but if I needed a shit, I would have fucking snapped one off.
Sorry, guys. Got disconnected.
Jim's about to rob the store.
Yeah, what's the dressing aisle here at the Quick Trip gas station like?
I gotta find out.
Tell the guy behind the counter you feel sorry for his mother.
Oh, brilliant. They got some Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley? That sounds like a dirty term.
Cool Ranch dip. Jalapeno.
Doritos.
I'm not seeing fucking.
I thought you
What
said
gas station is this?
It's a fucking Quick Trip, man.
what is all this? That looks like a supermarket.
Yeah,
It's a convenience store.
It's a Wisconsin Quick Trip.
You get your gas, and then you can buy.
Everything.
Cat food,
Yeah.
beer, and
Fucking shit.
Oh, there we go. There it is. Was that the Kraft? Yeah, classic ranch. None of that garb and herb bullshit.
Fucking ain't right.
This is
What's
fucking-
up, kid?
You got this
Looking
shit
sharp,
over
my
there in
friend.
Scotland. Look at this fucking shit, Ron.
Look at the amount of drinks.
Yeah. He wants a Coke.
Buy some 40s, Jim.
Can you buy alcohol in there?
Edward 40 hands.
Are you
What?
fucking kidding me? This is America.
Get some OEs. Colt 45s.
Can you
Nando's,
buy- can you buy
2020s.
The
ammunition?
whole fucking.
They got a beer cave in there? Amen. America,
Yeah.
Ron.
What is that? Is that?
America.
Did you just go into a different shop?
Yeah, this is a cooler.
So
The
everything
whole
in there.
beer.
So is everything in there at drinking temperature then?
Yes.
Oh, it's about 5 degrees Celsius in here. It's fucking cold.
Holy shit! They've got
Chill.
an entire room for cold.
It's a
beer.
refrigerated room, dude.
Yeah,
It's a beer cave.
Oh, we don't have them.
beer cave.
Yeah,
Back to the drinks. Oh, you want snacks?
We take drinking our shitty domestic beer very seriously.
Fresh food,
What's all this?
sandwiches. Yeah, fruit.
Do they have
Lunch.
the hot dog roaster things there, Jim?
Oh, this has got more than
Cheese
that.
dispenser, some nachos.
Night.
Look at all the
They got
energy
sausage.
drinks, Ron. Fucking energy. Look at Monster. A whole cabinet of Monster.
Oh, get
Red
one.
Bull.
Get one.
Fuck that. I'm not drinking that shit.
Get one and then go to a porta potty
Milk.
because you'll shit your pants.
We got some mullock.
Mulk. Not mullock.
Mulk. Real coffee.
Yeah, some good old drip coffee there, Ron.
Yeah, good shit.
Ugh.
The corn syrup dispensers.
Look at this. A milk shake machine.
Sip, sip, hooray.
juice machines.
So can I ask a question, right? So we do have
What's this?
convenience
Slushies?
stores built onto our petrol stations here. Do you pay a premium in these places in comparison to a supermarket? Our prices in our petrol stations are insane. So like a bottle of Coke in a supermarket will maybe cost you £1. In a petrol station it will cost you £2.50. Is it the same over there?
No, it's the same. I mean, at a so at a supermarket, you're gonna get. Look, they even have fresh chickens.
That a rotisserie, Jim?
Yeah,
Go
right.
ahead and get one.
I can't eat it right now. Maybe a pizza puff, sausage puff,
Pizza puff?
hot dogs. Yeah, they got it's still breakfast time, so they got the ham omelet,
Sorry, what's a
quarter-pound cheeseburgers,
What's a pizza puff?
puff of pizza.
Yeah, but what's a puff?
It's like a wrap, like a baked wrap, kind of. Oh, they even got fresh pizza. I gotta get back. She's gonna want donuts. What are these called? Biscuits?
No, we call them donuts.
Donuts? Scones?
Biscuits or scones, yeah.
Twice baked?
Was that a gleagle?
A glazed donut. Glazer.
Oh, glazer.
A glazer.
A glazer is somebody who
dozen,
fit windows
half
here.
dozen glazers.
Yeah, they fit windows in Britain.
Little cappuccino. Right there.
I love that you're showing us literally everything in the damn store.
He has given us a tour, including her ass.
Got liquor.
Are you going to do the transaction on film, Jim?
Is Jim on speaker or does he have headphones?
No,
in?
he's
I got headphones in.
Oh, okay, good.
Because, yeah, we could be shouting all sorts of shit right now.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
You gonna buy a pack of smoke while you're there, Jim?
Hey, how are you?
Tell her you've got somebody from Scotland in your ear, Jim, and you're here to get some unicorns.
No.
Do you sell any unicorn horn glazers?
I like a day in the life of Jim. Going
Got
to
any
get ring.
glazed horns?
See, this is where I wish we had some of those drops still around.
And a copy of the receipt today?
I don't
Yeah.
need it. Thank you. You too. Thank you.
You don't need a receipt for your ranch? What if you're going to return it later?
Yeah, I don't pull that shit.
Half eaten.
Holy shit, I missed. There was 3 more aisles I missed for you guys that were all liquor. Thank you. 3 more
Oh, you can
aisles
buy
of
liquor? You can buy
I didn't
liquor
buy
at
any.
gas stations?
Can you run? All right, you guys are going to cut to my car.
Yeah, our petrol stations here, unless you go to ones on actual motorways, they're pretty big and they've got restaurants and like a coffee shop and stuff. But our actual just standard petrol stations are absolutely tiny. Like you maybe have 20 square meters, so you get a packet of crisps and a can of juice. That's about it, really. I used to get porn mags, not anymore.
All right. Yeah, make sure you don't forget. Kind of crowded gas station.
Right, I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. That's 2 hours of total fucking nonsense. I'll edit some of it and try and get the word salt in at some point. Thanks for your input, Jim.
What did I miss? You guys getting off now that I got?
Yeah, I'm going to go and do some work.
All right, sounds good.
Catch you later.
See you later, guys.